Hey, what's going on, guys? Matt here, bringing you another video today about entrepreneurship, lifestyle, all that stuff. Kind of taking a break from the computer today. So in today's video, I want to talk about, well, actually before I get into that, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, definitely leave me a like, leave me a comment, letting me know if this video was absolute trash or if it was actually pretty decent and you did learn something. Definitely do let me know. Helps me grow, helps the channel, and helps me know what you guys want to see so I can make better videos. Always leave constructive criticism, helps me a lot, and yeah, it'd be pretty awesome. But let's get into it, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about ways that you can make money if you are broke, if you have no money, and if you don't want to go be an employee for whatever minimum wage is in whatever state or province or country you live in. Because one thing about minimum wage and being an employee is that once you get accustomed to it, the transition is pretty difficult. So, it's so easy to just go to work and work that 9-to-5 life because, there's not really any stress. You don't have to think about what you're going to do next because, when I talk to my friends and stuff like that, they're like, dude, what do you even do? like, don't you get bored and stuff? As an entrepreneur, and especially if you're starting a new business, a lot of the work will be kind of like thinking about stuff. So thinking about what you're going to do next and planning out how you're going to tackle it. So like for Amazon, for example, like product research doesn't really look like anything, or for Shopify doing product research, or for Shopify, unless you're building the website or doing ads and stuff, and you finish your ad in like 20 to an hour minutes, like 20 minutes to an hour. Well, the rest of the day, it's just like you checking whether those ads work or not, right? It's not really a lot more than that. So obviously you have to do it every day and it does take time, but whereas an employee just goes to work 9-to-5, claims it's hard, but the real difficulty is being an entrepreneur and figuring out ways to make money. Now, luckily for you, I have made money in a lot of different ways, when I was younger. So one of the biggest ways to make money is to sell a service. Sell services to people. So if you know how to build a website, talk to local businesses, right? If you know how to do anything, or if you have a lot of friends, if you go to school, try buying stuff that's kind of hot selling online. Buy maybe 20 or 40 of them from AliExpress or Alibaba and just sell them off right at a margin, right? A lot of people when I was in elementary school were doing that. They were just so I have to go let my dog in. They were just buying those. If you guys remember, if you guys are like my age, 21, they were wearing like those hats with the come here. Look at this freaking girl. Okay, anyway, so they were selling those like snapback hats and all that kind of stuff, and you can just sell that stuff, right? Just at a margin, make $10 a unit. Keep doing that. Keep finding those like hot selling products that nobody can get, and yeah, you can really make yourself like a pretty penny or something. Figure it out. But obviously that's a pretty poor example. But if you do know how to use ClickFunnels, if you know how to use social media, if you do have experience with social media, right, you can definitely go ahead and like talk to small businesses around and saying, oh, I can manage your social media for you. I can do social media ads for you. And you can charge up to like $1,500 a month for that stuff, even more depending on the company, how established they are, and what reputation you have as a social media marketer. So if you do have a decent reputation, go ahead and go talk to people on Facebook. See if you can fill the needs of other people. See if you have if you have family friends who have struggling businesses and you feel that Shopify or ClickFunnels would be a good alternative for them. So that's one thing to think about. But what I found was the easiest thing to do was window cleaning, surprisingly. Basically, when I was like in first year university, so almost 4 years ago, I was just working as a salesman for window cleaning companies. And basically what you do is just go knock door to door. By the way, door to door is an amazing business. Shh. Door to door is an amazing business. So, and you can learn it. Just go on Google. Just go on the Pirate Bay and just search up, what's his name? Jordan Belfort's Straight Line Persuasion. Do his Straight Line Persuasion, and you can just watch that. I think it's like 8 or 9 hours, and it'll tell you the basics of sales, and then you can go put it to the test while window cleaning. But basically the idea was I was making 20% per client, and I was just like, why don't I just clean the windows myself, right? It's not that big of a deal, and I'd make like 50% because I did it with a partner. So obviously we had to pay an upfront cost of like $1,500 for all the equipment to clean all the windows and stuff. And in the area that I live in Toronto, this is just an absolute booming market. Like there are people making like 400, 500 grand a month. I mean, for the season, so the summer season here. So it's really just an absolute booming industry. But what I was going to say was, if you don't want to do the cleaning, you can easily find not a manufacturer, but you're basically going to be doing affiliate marketing door to door. You're going to be taking somebody else's service and using them. So having window cleaners who you license and you sell jobs to for like 40% commission, right? That's what I was able to work out in my last year of window cleaning. I talked to a supplier, and he's not a supplier, I keep using that word, but like a cleaner. And he told me that for 40%, I'll buy all your jobs off you. So that made my life a lot easier. You know, they can get insurance, they can do a lot of stuff better than you can. And the idea is, if you have that motivation, if you have that self-control, if you don't want to be an employee anymore, there are so many ways to make money. All you got to do is look around and, you know, walk down the street, and you can find all those signs of, you know, snow removal, of landscaping. Really, it doesn't matter. Like, landscaping is not that profitable, but window cleaning definitely is, right? You can clean the windows yourself, or you can just sell the service if you know how to sell, because those sales strategies and the way you persuade people to buy things are going to be very similar when you move to your online, when you save up enough money to go online. And like, guys, to make $400 in a day to sell $1,000 worth of window cleaning, I'm talking about Canadian dollars here. So, you know, to sell 1,000 people, that's like eight customers. And remember, you can sell them on interior window cleaning, exterior window cleaning, gutters, and those three things together are going to be at least $400. So you can make $100 off of one customer, like in one knock. Now, obviously, not every customer is going to buy from you, but in a day, you knock like 100 doors, I'm guaranteeing that you're going to make like over $1,000 in sales. And if you're cleaning it yourself, that's $1,000 into your pocket, with obviously the expenses of cleaning, which aren't really much except for materials. So like Dawn and vinegar and stuff, which is really not expensive at all. And what else is there? Yeah, and then if you're selling it yourself, then that's 40% of that, and that's going to be $400 into your pocket, right? And usually you go window cleaning in the evenings, right? You go to an area, your area even, and just go in the evenings from like 4 to 9. So you're talking about 5 hours, $400 if you're pretty good at it. Now that's going to be a lot more than anybody else is making, especially if you're younger, and especially if you're going to be working a minimum wage job, because I know in some states minimum wage is like $8 or $9. Here it's 15 now, which is ridiculous, but whatever. So very, very easy to beat minimum wage, very easy to make as much as a minimum wage worker would make in a full shift. So an 8-hour shift, you can make in like 3 hours. Now, the beauty with this is that with 5 hours saved, that's 5 hours that you can do product research with. That's 5 hours that you can do Shopify, building websites. That's 5 hours that you can do social media marketing, and you have more time to make more money. So if you want to work an 8-hour shift a day, you know, do some window cleaning, try to do some social media marketing. So try to learn how to do ClickFunnels, do lead generation, stuff like that, that really doesn't have a high upfront cost. Because when you're doing things like lead generation and online funnels and sales with ClickFunnels, or, you know, really any program, then all the fees are basically on the client that you're using. So go out there, try to find some clients, try to do some window cleaning. Those are the two things that I have personal experience with. So you can try those things if you'd like. If you have any other ideas, so like, let's see what else is there. Painting, you can do painting, interior painting, sell people on just painting rooms and stuff. You can start like a moving company, you can do landscaping. A lot of these services are extremely high paying, because here's the idea. If you're doing what everybody wants to do, so everybody wants to be like an investment banker, everyone wants to be a lawyer, right? And if you look now, especially in Canada, lawyers aren't even making that much when they first start. There's a really great video on YouTube. Maybe I'll link it, maybe not. Depends how lazy I am. But it talks about the comparison between the average UPS worker and how much a doctor makes in the United States. And it's actually pretty funny, because it takes about 10 years for the doctor to actually start making how much the UPS drivers after he graduates. And a doctor usually goes to school for 12 years. So he's done at like 30. So another 10 years and 40. So by the time he's 40, he makes the same amount as a UPS driver. And I kind of went off tangent here, but the idea there is that that everybody wants to be a doctor, and doctors have been getting paid less and less, because now it's just there's not as much incentive for them to go in. So for things like plumbing and for things like window cleaning, nobody wants to clean windows, right? Everybody's like, what the fuck, why would I window clean? What the hell? And little do they know, it's a really, really high paying industry, because there's not that many people doing it. And you can charge absurd fees because people can't do it themselves. Like there's going to be like a 10% people that end up doing themselves with like a hose and shit, but you can just make their life so much easier. And so many people don't even care about window cleaning until you just knock on their door and talk about it. And that's the beauty right there. And yeah, that's how you can make money. So window cleaning, obviously services. So physical services, there are digital services. So if you know anything about social media, charge somebody like $400, $500 a month to manage their social media. And if they're willing to pay for ads, charge them an extra $1,000 or $700 for ads. Learn how to make some funnels, watch some YouTube videos. You can learn everything on YouTube, whatever you want to learn, or you can go on Skillshare and learn how to do like Adobe Illustrator and do like digital marketing for other people, not digital marketing, like design and all that kind of stuff. There's just so many things to make money with if you don't want to work for somebody. If you do want to work for somebody, obviously this video is not for you. But if you don't, then hopefully this video helped. Hopefully you can get an idea and just think like, what's there to do out there? What's hot selling on AliExpress? What does everybody want? If you were selling like those pop-up buttons on the back of iPhones, those like pop sockets, I think they're called, and you went to school, bought them each for $1 a piece, sold them for $5, I bet you can sell like your whole class if you're still in high school or even in university. You can probably sell, maybe not university, but in high school, right? I don't really think I have young people watching this video, but never forget about the services, right? Even the trades, like look how well the trades do. And it's the same thing with window cleaning or painting. People don't want to do it themselves. If you are perceived to be an expert in this, so like when I was knocking on the door, I pretend like I knew everything there was to know about window cleaning. I'm like, yeah, we can fix anything. We can clean anything. And obviously that backfired many times, but overall it got me a lot of business, like a lot of business. Like my first year, I think we made like $20,000 in revenue. So split between two people, we both made like $10,000. We didn't declare any of it, all cash, like easiest money of all time. And if somebody paid with credit card, we'd just use Stripe, charge them tax and keep it for ourselves. It's pretty scum, but business is not all that clean. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A lot of business is not that clean. So if you do find a way to make money and you have to break some rules for a bit, like we didn't have insurance, we didn't have coverage for our employees, any of that stuff. So however you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And yeah, that does it for this video, guys. Just like, all I have to say is if you provide services, you will make way more money, because as an employee, you're providing a service to the employer, but not for yourself. You're getting paid for your labor. You're like you're trading your time and your work for somebody else to make a profit off of you, because people only hire employees if the cost of labor is less than the amount of value you get in return. So if I work at Rogers and sign like 3 people onto new contracts, let's say that's $1,000 in lifetime value. They only have to pay me $15 an hour for that. So that's gonna be the same idea with services. I mean, it's gonna be a different idea. You're cutting out the middleman of labor, and now you are the employee. I mean, you are the boss. So you got to use your own time if you're the only employee here, and you can charge whatever you want, because your labor is now what you're charging for, because you're selling your services to other people, as opposed to offering your labor. You're selling your labor, and you can sell it at very, very high prices, very, very good prices. I'm talking about like, if an average house is gonna be like $130, so that takes like 45 minutes, and that's gonna be like $60 a pop. That's pretty good money. Like, that's freaking good money. You clean like 10 houses a day, you're making very, very, very good money in the summer season. It's a beautiful time to be outside. You get a great tan, and this is a pretty decent workout. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously not a Shopify video, but sometimes I gotta make some videos that give me some fun. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't like it. Give me a comment letting me know how I did, if this video helped you at all, if you learned anything, if it changed your outlook on stuff. If not, sorry guys, but definitely don't forget to subscribe, guys. New Shopify videos every other day during the week. And yeah, peace.